Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you again for a review for Game of Thrones, Season 8, Episode 1. So I'm going to discuss what I watched last night and let you know my thoughts on this episode. So let's dive into this review. Now, there are going to be some spoilers in this, so for those of you who haven't watched this episode, don't watch this video. Sorry, my family's discussing about the episode as well. But, this episode was pretty good. There were a few dull scenes in it. Like, the beginning kind of got a little dull, where they introduce, Daenerys coming into Winterfell, and Sansa saying, "Winterfell is yours, your grace." And pretty much Arya was there to was there in the crowd or whatever, seeing Daenerys and Jon return, along with Drogon and the other dragon. I can't remember the other dragon's name. You might have to remind me in the comments below. But this this episode was pretty good. That's all I can say. Then you have Bran talking to Sam about, oh, you should tell Jon that he's a Targaryen. And jeez, that's gonna be a little hard for him to take at first, because he's like, oh shit, I think I just banged my aunt. And when he finds out that Sam told him that Jon is a Targaryen, he's just mind blown, and he's like, oh shit, I just banged my aunt. But that was kind of a mindfuck moment. But overall, this episode did really good. They're probably not going to show the White Walkers until the second episode, unfortunately. It showed Queen Cersei and standing out there waiting for the Golden Company to come, and pretty much Euron is there with Yara as his captor. Well, Yara's been captured by Euron or whatever, and then later on Theon comes to free Yara or whatever, and then she just headbutts him and is like, how long did it fucking take you to get to me? Or whatever. And it's kind of that moment where she's like, it took you that long. Like, that aggravated, pissed moment. But this episode, I'll explain a little more when I'm gonna read it at the end of the video. But damn, this episode was pretty good. Then you have Euron banging Queen Cersei, which he said he was gonna fuck the queen, and he did. And so after that, she's saying, oh, you're an arrogant man or whatever, and she's like, I like that in men. I'm like, what? I'm just thinking in my head, you bang your brother, now you bang this guy, Euron. But yeah, it showed at the end of the episode where Jaime comes to Winterfell. I guess he left Cersei or whatever. Like, he said he was done with King's Landing or something. So he's going to Winterfell to make amends for what he's done and to join Jon Snow's army and all that, just to fight the dead. And pretty much there's another scene where Tormund and the eye patch guy, I don't know his name. You might have to remind me in the comments below. I don't really know a lot of names. I just know faces in the show. But some names I do know. But yeah, well, I'm gonna rate it just in a second. It showed this kid on the wall or whatever with like legs or whatever coming around it like a spider or something like that. It was freaky. And the eye patch guy had to burn the kid alive because he was alive. And he was about to kill Tormund when he was looking away. And then the eye patch guy just burns him alive. Burns the kid alive. And jeez, that was a pretty good scene. And that's when one of the Night's Watch guys, before that scene or whatever, where the kid gets burned alive, it shows the Night's Watch guy running into Tormund and them, and he's like, "Oh, you got blue eyes," and he's like, "I've always had blue eyes." That was a funny scene right there. But overall, I really enjoyed this episode. It was a pretty good episode. There were some scenes on here that didn't do as well, like the beginning of it kind of got a little boring, but it did pick up towards most of the episode, and it did very good for the most part. So out of 10, I'm going to give this episode a 9 out of 10. It's an amazing episode, and they did a good job with the script and with how the episode was. The pacing of it was great and followed along very well. So yeah, 9 out of 10 I'm gonna give this episode. Comment below, let me know what you guys thought of the new Game of Thrones episode 1 of season 8, if you've seen it, and if you like this review, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you tonight for the throwback movie review, and also tomorrow for the after movie review. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video.